Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video tutorial, and in today's video tutorial we will be looking at how to create a report in database. Now the purpose of creating reports in database is to allow the user to be able to view or summarize information based on different tables or queries from which the specific data was collected in a very quick and easy manner. So the first step that we will follow is to select the Create tab at the top left of our ribbon, and the options appear. However, we are looking for the one that says Reports, and in today's tutorial we will be using the Report Wizard option. Once selected, a pop-up box appears and it indicates that we can create or report using either tables or queries. Now, immediately following the heading is a pointing down arrow which will provide a drop-down box, and in the drop-down box it suggests the different tables that are present in the database as well as the different queries. Now the query that I am using in this tutorial is overall quarter amount, so I select that and then I am able to see the different available fields. The fields that I will be selecting for the progression of this report are first name, and I am selecting the single arrow at the top to put the fields as a way to say that I'm moving forward with the report. Last name, quarters 1, 2, and 3, and the amount was selected based on the amount of information that the paper size that I will be using will be able to accommodate appropriately. So once the fields has been selected, I will be selecting the next option. Now there are instances where we will be asked how is it that we want to view our data. And in this case, we have information that was collected from the members info along with the fee table. So there are two table information that created this query. However, I am not going to change anything in this, as I will allow the members info to remain the default. So I select next. Following the next selection, it provides another instruction or question rather if I would like to add any grouping levels. In this case, I want to add the grouping level based on last name. So I make my selection, use my arrow to indicate that this is the field that I am using, and as you can see on the main platform here, last name is currently highlighted in blue while the others remain in black, just to indicate that it is a last name that will be used as the grouping level. So once that has been done, I will proceed by selecting next. Now in this section there are two things that we are able to do. We are able to sort our information as well as to gather summary details. So the first thing that I want to make edits to is to apply sorting from quarter 1, and it will remain as ascending. Secondly, I want to also apply one for quarter 2. I will not add quarter 3 because automatically the application will know that quarter 3 is the only quarter that is left, and so it will follow the continuous step or procedure. So once the sorting has been completed, I will now select summary options, and in this area I am able to provide calculations for the different quarters for either sum, average, minimum, or maximum. But in today's case, we will only be selecting the sum for all 3 quarters. Once that has been performed, we now move to the right hand section where it asks how is it that we want to view our summary information. And in this case, I only want the summary only option. I do not want to calculate any percentage, so I will go ahead and select OK. Again, all of that information has been completed, so I will select next. Once next has been selected, in this section I can do two things. I can choose my layout as well as my paper orientation. Now in today's tutorial, I want to move from the default stepped layout to the block layout, and also change the orientation from portrait to landscape. After that, I select next. And my final stage is to identify the title of my report. So in this case, there was a default name, and I am going to leave the default for now because I will make some adjustment further in this tutorial. So I am just going to go ahead and select finish. Once the finish selection has been highlighted, we are now able to see a summary of how our report will actually look, and generally or currently we are able to see that our report consists of 5 pages. So I will scroll through to the very last page, page 5, in order for you to see the grand total that will be displayed for each of the quarters, right? So that basically indicates as to how the summary was applied. And as we can see, it gives us the last name on which the grouping level was done, and also the summary information for each of the persons. This section has been completed, so I will now go ahead and select my close print preview. Now, once that has been completed, as you can see, my report display is not in a manner that is easily understood. So I am just going to go ahead and select at the top left of our ribbon the option that says view. I'm selecting the arrow section and I want to see the layout view. Now in the layout view, as I said earlier, I had left the default name for the report. So now I want to make changes to this. In other words, I want a first line heading and a second line heading. So what I am going to do is to click on the name that says members info one time, and then I double click just to highlight the information. Once that is completed, I am just going to go ahead and delete all of this information, and then I will apply the name that I want to change the information for. So in this case, I want to say summary details for quarters 1, 2, 3. However, for this instance, I want to place the line that says quarters 1 to 3 on the second line. So I place my cursor to the left of the Q that begins the word quarters, and then I will use my space bar just to move it all the way to the second line, and voila.